My beloved child, I am with you, right now. Closer than the breath you just took. Closer than your deepest thought. I know how much you've prayed, how often you've cried in silence, and how deeply you long for healing in your family, peace in your soul, and restoration in places that feel beyond repair. Even now, while you read these words, my presence surrounds you. Let that truth settle in your heart like morning light gently breaking through the dark. You are not alone. You've never been alone. I am the God who sees, the God who cares, and the God who acts, with both mighty power and quiet gentleness. I've already begun a work in your life that you can't yet see. It's growing beneath the surface, taking shape in unseen ways. You might look around and still see conflict, brokenness, or delays. But child, I'm inviting you to trust me more than what you see. I want to use you, yes, you, as my holy instrument. In your home. In your relationships. In your daily life. Through your lips, I will speak compassion. Through your hands, I will extend comfort. Through your very presence, I will shine my love into the hearts of others. Even when you feel unqualified or unsure, know this, your faith is precious to me. You are my vessel. I am pouring into you so you can pour into others. Your character, your gentleness, your quiet acts of patience, they matter more than you know. Every moment of love shared, every word of grace spoken, is part of something eternal I'm building through you. Let this truth anchor you today, my love for you is everlasting. It does not grow tired. It doesn't depend on your perfection. It simply is, unshakable, unbreakable, eternal. So I ask you today, love those I've placed near you. Especially those who lean on you. Let them feel my heart through your words and your actions. Speak over them. Pray over them. Lay your hands on their heads and bless them, not just with words, but with every ounce of love in your heart. This is not small. It is sacred. Beloved, now that you've drawn near to me, I ask you to stay here a little longer. In this quiet space, I want to shape your heart with my wisdom and lead you into a deeper understanding of what it means to love like I love, not with conditions, but with a heart that overflows from my spirit within you. You've been chosen not just to receive love, but to give it. Start with those who live under your roof. Your family is your first ministry. Let your kindness be the rhythm of your home. Serve with joy, not obligation. Speak life over your mother, your father, your children, your spouse. Let them see in you the quiet strength that comes from walking with me. But my call doesn't end there. I see how your heart aches over loved ones who are far, whether in distance or in spirit. Some relationships may feel fractured, covered in dust from years of silence or pain. And yet, I call you to forgive. Not because they deserve it, but because you are free. Forgiveness isn't forgetting, it's releasing. Let go of what weighs you down. Bitterness may feel like protection, but it only builds walls that keep my healing from flowing through you. The mercy I've poured into your life is not just for you to receive. It's also yours to extend. If I prompt your heart to reach out, even with a single message or phone call, obey without hesitation. Whether or not they respond, your act of grace matters to me. It plants a seed that I can water. It speaks to heaven that you trust me more than your pride or pain. Beloved, your capacity to love is stronger than any wound that tried to break your spirit. You were made to love boldly, courageously, and sacrificially, just as I have loved you. And as you begin to live this out, you'll notice something beautiful, the atmosphere around you will shift. What once felt tense will soften. Peace will begin to take root where strife once lived. Harmony will not happen all at once, but step by step, it will blossom, through small acts of grace, through prayers whispered in the early morning, through simple choices to bless instead of blame. You are building something holy. And I will honor it. I see your faithfulness. I see the quiet way you keep showing up, day after day. Nothing escapes my notice. You are not laboring in vain. I promise you, the love you sow in obedience to me will not return empty. It will bloom in ways you never imagined. Hold tightly to this truth: as you bless others, I am blessing you. As you offer peace, I am filling your life with it. As you pour out love, I am pouring in joy. This is just the beginning. My child, as you learn to live with open hands and a willing heart, you begin to reflect my kingdom on earth. The changes you seek will not always come through dramatic moments, often, they begin in quiet obedience. And yet, I am moved by your faith. Even the smallest step you take toward righteousness creates a ripple that reaches far beyond what you see. You may wonder, am I really making a difference? I assure you, yes. Every choice to love instead of retaliate, to pray instead of complain, to give instead of grasp, it matters. Heaven records each of these moments. They become sacred offerings, woven into the story I am writing through your life. Let your heart remain open, not just to those who embrace you, but even to the ones who push you away. I know that's hard. I know how it feels to be misunderstood, judged, or forgotten. But remember, you're not walking this path alone. I walk it with you. I've felt those same wounds. And I turn them into redemption. You don't need to defend yourself or force reconciliation. Just stay rooted in love. Let me handle the rest. Trust me with the outcomes you can't control. My timing is never rushed, and my plans are never flawed. I am working behind the scenes, healing what's been broken, softening hearts, restoring what was lost. Meanwhile, I'm doing something in you. I am refining your character through every test. I am teaching you to rely on my Spirit instead of your own strength. Where others see weakness, I see faithfulness. Where you see delay, I see preparation. You are growing, deeper, stronger, wiser, even if you don't feel it yet. Your words have power. Use them to uplift. Speak peace in the middle of chaos. Speak truth in the face of lies. Speak hope when others feel forgotten. I have placed a holy authority on your voice, not to control, but to comfort, not to command, but to bring clarity. Begin your mornings with me. Before the day tries to shape your mood, let my presence shape your heart. Even 5 quiet minutes can change the entire course of your day. Whisper my name and you'll find that I'm already near, waiting to fill you with new strength, new vision, new peace. And when the day grows long, when fatigue whispers that you're doing too little or not enough, remember this: I am not measuring your worth by your productivity. I see the intentions of your heart. I honor your surrender. I rejoice in your stillness just as much as in your action. Let your rest be holy. Let your gentleness be a testimony. Let your life be a melody that sings of my goodness, not because everything is perfect, but because your soul knows the one who is. Stay close, child. We're just getting started. Now that your heart is turned toward me, stay rooted in this stillness. I am not only near, I am active within you. Every breath you take is a reminder of my Spirit dwelling in you, empowering you, transforming you from the inside out. You may not always recognize the progress, but trust that growth is happening. Slowly. Quietly. But powerfully. I'm removing the burdens that have weighed you down for far too long, guilt that whispers you're not enough, shame that clings to past mistakes, fear that keeps you small when I've called you to rise. Those chains are breaking, even now. Let me speak to the tender places in your soul. The parts you've hidden. The wounds you've masked with smiles. I know them all. And I love you, not in spite of them, but through them. My love does not flinch at your scars. It heals them. You've carried too much on your own, thinking it was your responsibility to hold everything together. But I never asked you to do this in your strength. I called you to abide, to let me carry what you cannot. Let me be your covering, your confidence, your compass. The dreams I placed in you are not lost. They may feel buried under time or disappointment, but they are still alive, waiting for the breath of my Spirit to stir them again. And that stirring has begun. Even now, new life is rising. You will feel it in moments of peace that come unexpectedly. In creative ideas that seem to appear out of nowhere. In the unexplainable urge to hope again. That is me. Do not look around and compare your journey to another's. You are not behind. You are not late. Your pace is not a mistake. I am writing your story, not according to the standards of this world, but according to eternal purpose. And I make no errors in design. Every trial has refined you. Every setback has shaped you. Nothing has been wasted. I am using it all to prepare you for what's next. And what's next is good. Walk boldly, even when you're unsure of the terrain. If I've called you to it, I'll guide you through it. Each step forward is a declaration of trust. And every time you choose trust, you're sowing seeds of breakthrough. Speak over yourself what I speak over you: chosen, called, covered, equipped. Let those words become your foundation. When doubt knocks, answer with faith. When discouragement tries to linger, remind your soul that I am the God who completes what I begin. And I have only just begun. My child, now that you've embraced the truth of who you are in me, chosen, anointed, deeply loved, I want to take you further. You've been walking in faith, one step at a time. Keep going. The path ahead is not just a route through life, it is a sacred journey, and I'm leading every step. You may have wondered why the way has felt narrow, why the waiting has been so long, or why doors seemed closed when you were certain they should open. But listen closely, what felt like delay was never denial. It was divine preparation. I never lead without purpose, and I never withhold without greater intention. You see in pieces, but I see the whole. Where you see limitation, I see launch. Where you see silence, I see sowing. The seeds of perseverance, trust, and quiet obedience you've planted in the hidden places of your life, I've been watering them. In the unseen, they've been growing. Soon, you'll begin to see green sprouting through the soil, signs of renewal, evidence of my promises coming alive. Don't rush the season you're in. The world may press you for results, for answers, for clarity, but I press you only to remain. Stay connected to me. Let your heart not be swayed by pressure or noise, but anchored in the whisper of my spirit. What I am building in you cannot be shaken, because its foundation is me. Lift your eyes from the shadows of yesterday. Let go of what you thought should have happened by now. I'm not building your life on past expectations, I'm creating something entirely new, something that bears my signature. And child, my signature is glory. You were not made to just survive. You were designed to shine, not with the world's fading approval, but with eternal light. I crafted you to reflect my nature, a vessel of mercy, a messenger of hope, a dwelling place of peace. You don't need to strive to impress me. You don't need to earn what I've already given freely. You simply need to receive my grace, my joy, my direction. And from that overflow, you will move in power. Not the loud kind, but the quiet confidence that calms storms and carries peace into every room. This is your time to walk in alignment, not running ahead, not lagging behind. Just walking with me. There is beauty in this pace. You'll notice more. You'll feel lighter. You'll begin to see how I've been weaving everything, the victories and the wounds, into a tapestry that declares my goodness. You are not just part of my story. You are living proof of it. Beloved, now that you've begun to walk in step with me, I want you to hold on to this truth with all your heart: I will complete the good work I started in you. Nothing will be left undone. No promise forgotten. No tear wasted. Even when the path curves unexpectedly, even when your emotions rise like waves and peace feels out of reach, remember, I am still writing your story. The ink has not dried. And the pages ahead are filled with purpose, beauty, and restoration. Do not be disheartened if others fail to understand what I'm doing in your life. I've called you to walk by faith, not by public validation. The deep work I'm doing in your spirit is sacred, it doesn't need applause to be real. It needs only your trust. And you've trusted me. Because of that, I am moving mountains, not always in front of your eyes, but surely in the background. I am arranging divine connections, opening doors in the spirit before they open in the natural, and making room for you in places you never thought you'd enter. You don't have to strive to force outcomes. You only need to abide in me. Stay present in the moment. I'll handle the details. I'll open what needs to open, close what needs to end, and clear the way forward when the timing is right. Until then, rest in my presence. Let your heart beat in rhythm with mine. Let your prayers become conversations, not just of asking, but of listening. I have things to whisper into your soul that no sermon, no podcast, no book can give. It's personal. It's just for you. I see your hunger to walk in freedom, not only for yourself, but for those you love. I've placed that burden in you not to weigh you down, but to call you higher. You are a chain breaker. A light in dark places. A carrier of my glory. And where you go, peace will follow. When your feet touch a space, it changes. Not because of who you are alone, but because I dwell within you. Atmospheres shift, heaviness lifts, and hope awakens, because you've surrendered to my leading. Keep walking. Keep believing. Keep speaking life. When resistance rises, don't retreat. Speak my promises louder than the lies. When you feel weary, come sit with me. I will refill your cup, not just to the brim, but until it overflows. You were never meant to pour from emptiness. I want to be your source, not just your shelter. Let me be your daily delight, not just your emergency rescue. I want to be part of the ordinary, the mundane, the hidden moments where real intimacy is formed. That's where strength is forged. That's where legacy begins. You were made for this. Not in your own ability, but through my spirit working in and through you. There is more ahead than you can yet imagine. And not one part of your journey has been in vain. So lift your head, child. Straighten your shoulders. You are not wandering. You are being led, by the hand of the one who sees the end from the beginning. And I promise, the best is still to come.